Hey, good morning, and welcome to Bruins Greenhouses. Let me show you what's going on.
It's crazy how one day I come in here and I don't really see much going on, like color-wise, nothing's really growing a lot, and then the next day I come in and everything's out in blossom. So I want to do a little walk around here and show you all the flowers I'm starting to see. So the first is these petunias. I absolutely love these. I love that white speckled in them. And then once they get about 3 or 4 inches taller and get even more blossoms on it, they're really pretty. Seems like these potato vines shot up about 2 or 3 inches. And then over here on the right side, I'm starting to see these million bells coming out. We got that pink with some white on it. Here's one with a little more vibrant colors. The same thing. Over here we got some yellow. And then around the corner here, we got some of these begonias that are starting to come out now. And then right next to them, we also have another petunia. Instead of being pink and white, now it's purple and white. I'm not 100% sure which one I like better, but I do like them both a lot. So that's about all I'm seeing for blossoming. I did see a lot of new growth. I'm seeing the plants start to get bigger in height. It takes quite a while after you transplant from either a seed tray or from a plug for those roots to set in that bigger pot. And probably it takes at least usually about a week, maybe even 2, to get a good root set until that plant is finally going to start either blossoming or shooting up or getting new leaves on. Oh, and I did want to show you guys the onions. You remember when I seeded these, and now look how big they are. They're really coming around nice. We're really happy with the germination on them. And still, we have little ones coming up. You can see how tall these are. These are about, I would say, 3 inches tall. And this one right here, actually that couple there, is just coming out. So, you never know. Some seeds just take a little longer to germinate. Sometimes they're a little deeper. Sometimes they lay a little more wet. And all that stuff affects when they come up and how fast they come up. Also, I did start a TikTok, I think on March 2nd it was. Today's the 3rd. I probably won't get this video uploaded till maybe either later tonight or tomorrow. So go check that out. I just uploaded my first video. Pretty excited, and gonna be a lot more to come. And if you're looking it up, it's the same as my YouTube channel, Bruins Farm. Also, if you go into my bio, you can scroll down to where my links are, whether it's my Facebook or the merchandise, and there'll be a TikTok line there. You can just click on that and it'll take you right to it. So now that I'm done talking, I gotta get to work. You can see right here, I don't know if you can see that with the camera, but that cell is actually like a light brown dirt, and that means it's dry, versus all these other ones that look pretty black, so that means they're pretty wet. And that's pretty common because a lot of times, like I said in my previous videos, the outside edge will get drier a lot faster than these single ones in the middle, because you know, there's this heat on this black tray, drying that out, and a lot of times when you're watering, you go around the edge, and while you're watering the edge, you're also watering the middle. So you go down this edge, you're watering this edge, but you're also watering the middle. You go down that edge, you're watering the middle. So the middle probably gets about 3 times as much as the edge does, unless you really, really wash and take care of that, and that's what we do. But still, even then, we have dry cells. So I got done watering, touching up stuff that I needed to, and I'm looking here, and I see this new little plastic case, and my dad was at a meeting yesterday for Griffin where we get a lot of our plugs from, so I was playing with it, and let me put my camera down here and I'll get this opened up. So you see they have their nice label on there, Griffin, and it's a nice magnifying glass, and also if I flip the switch here, now I have a light in case it's like low light or whatever, if it's getting dark, and I can look and see if there's any kind of bugs or diseases on the flower or plant, whatever it is, or on the leaves, to make sure I can see everything. Oh yeah. No diseases on this plant. That's about as clean could be. I think I was holding it backwards. Oh yeah, now I can really see what's going on here. I am going to get some sunflower seeds that I brought down from the house, and I'm gonna seed them because we have one batch we already planted. We have another, like in 6.5 inch pots, already transplanted into them. We have another batch that I planted that's still in the seed trays, but they're just about ready to be transplanted. And now I wanna start another batch because sunflowers go very well. I just opened a new bag of dirt, so there's a lot of big clumps in it. Like these here. That's why I'm kind of really chopping it up best I can. I think that's about good. One more. I really like the Rio Carnival, or boy, I keep getting these mixed up. I really like the Sunbuzz seeds because, and I'll show you in a minute, these seeds are all, I keep wanting to slide down, they're all nice and uniform throughout the whole pack. I mean, you see a couple like little spindly white ones there, but for the most part, they're all really nice. But when you get to the Rio Carnivals, you get like some really thin, really tiny ones, and I should like kind of do a test on them and see if they grow as well as the bigger seeds, because I'm always a little bit leery to plant them at first, just because, like I said, they're smaller and I don't think they're going to do as good. But I also hate to throw them away, so I eventually planting them at some point. You can see what I mean, how these seeds are not the same size. You've got one like this, it's a decent seed. This one's even nicer. And then you got stuff like this, which I'm pretty sure it'll turn out okay. But obviously I just feel better about the other two. So I know it's kind of hard to see, but I got all my seeds in there. Well, up to here, I ran out of seeds, so that's all I'm gonna plant for this planting. Now I'll just take my finger, and like I said before, I'll either use the size of like an eraser, like off a pencil, a full eraser, obviously not used, and I'll use that as like my guide to tell me how far to go down. Or just because I've been doing it for a while, I kind of know, like, not even quite a 1/4 inch really is all you, just enough to make it sit down in there a little bit. And when I run my hand over top of it with my top layer of soil just to cover the seeds, I don't want to be dragging them back out of there. So as long as my seeds are down enough so that that doesn't happen, then I'm good to go. But I would say, if you're gonna measure it, probably around a 1/4 inch. With my finger, it just has more surface area. It's faster than an eraser. And then I'll kind of just look over them, you know, see if any of them look like they could be pressed down a little more, but for the most part, they're good. I'll take my little screener here, just dip it down in, and just give it a shake over top. That way I'm not putting any big stuff over top the seeds, just a nice little fine layer. That looks pretty good. Take my hand, lightly feather that off. And we're good to go. So Mom's over here planting zinnias.
No, I'm filling dirt.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna get to that. So she's first filling her 4 packs with dirt right there. And obviously not much to it, just take dirt. Try not to get any big chunks, but the dirt really ain't chunky because me and Ben, as you seen in my previous video, busted that all up. Okay, so then she brings them over here and she takes this handy dandy tool and makes holes in the center of each pack. And then she'll take her zinnias and plant them in there. It's important that we don't start transplanting this kind of stuff until it develops a good root system and fills that whole cell there with roots. That way when you pull it out, it doesn't all break apart. So these are all good for the most part, but you can still see in the middles here, there's some that just aren't quite ready that she passed up. We're gonna give them a day or two. Now that they're kind of open and can get some more air to grow, and then we'll transplant them as well. You see Daisy anywhere? I bet you don't. because somehow she got herself wedged all the way up under here. She's as happy as could be. Look at her tail banging. And the reason she likes it is because if you're standing up in here, obviously the heat rises. It's about 70. We like it. We like it to be about 70 degrees, about this temperature, about this level of the greenhouse. But then when you get down even lower and lower, and especially when you get in the shade, like she is, it's probably 68, 65. No, probably 68, probably more like 68. So it's nice and cool underneath there, so she loves it. But she can also see what's going on, and she's got holes above her, so I think she is in the perfect position. Here she comes. Come on, Dace. Good girl. Daisy. Dace. Daisy. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come on, Dace. Come on, a little further, Dace. Come on. Come on. Stay. Stay. Good girl. Stay. Stay. My grandma's here planting dianthus. This is her first time on camera. She's a little nervous. Okay, so that's about it for me today. I actually have to go get a haircut. If you kind of been noticing, my hair is always a mess. So, with that being said, as always, thank you guys for watching, and always remember it ain't much, but it's honest work.